He was very anxious for me to sell out. Oh, you know what I told him about the railroad?
Does that make you sad?
I'm sorry if I seem over
And I can see that you're anxious for KGB to take over the case.
And I've no doubt at all. He'd be anxious to keep it.
Why are you so damn anxious to let him in here?
Well, I'm sort of anxious to get back to the office.
Victor was very anxious to hear them as soon as possible, you see.
Because I'm anxious to understand how an obvious bigot
gets anxious so easy. Call from the Jules Verne in the Rue de Faubourg. They said a frightened, anxious man approached.
He was very anxious for me to sell out. Oh, you know what I told him about the railroad? You know what I told him he could do with it?
Blank.
Really? Does that make you sad or anxious? I mean, I'm always anxious thinking I'm not.
What?
I'm sorry if I seem over anxious. It's just that I'm sure there's something wrong out there.
Arkady. And I can see that you're anxious for KGB to take over the case. But this is not like...
Pleasant job, very much. And I've no doubt at all. He'd be anxious to keep it.
back here in this weather without a guide.
Let's open it now.
Why are you so damn anxious to let him in here?
Because it's so close. Maybe our best chance to blow it.
Good night. Hey, where are you running off to? Well, I'm sort of anxious to get back to the office.
They're perfectly safe. The director was very anxious to hear them as soon as possible, and you seem to be... I don't know.
Be great. Write a full report. Because I'm anxious to understand how an obvious bigot could have gone undetected in this department for 17 years.
She gets anxious so easily.
Something like that, then that'd cool me.
Oh, we got a call from the Jules Verne in the Rue de Faubourg. They said a frightened, anxious man approached the bar with a message to ring you.
How are you? Jake. Donald. Well, the chaps are all very anxious to get started.
You're a lieutenant? They are getting desperate around.
Thank you. And I'm anxious to see it. So, what's up next for you?
Are all Yanks as anxious as you to get themselves killed, pilot officers?
This long? I can put it off another few minutes.
No, I'm sure he'll be very anxious to see you.
Magic combine. See the maidens so anxious to shine. Look for a sign that...
Up. Anxious to share new work. Would you care for some information?
Red, I know. You were real anxious about talking to Mrs. Hayes this morning and all.
Anxious? No.
No, but that's...
Lights and flashbulbs. The anxious parents, Mr. and Mrs. Phelps, stand by waiting, hoping for some word.
Today's today. But I'm going to be very anxious to see what you carve out of tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Always called you that to us. He was anxious I should look after you when you arrive, to see that you got safely home.
I had to sort of prepare, but instead I just feel lonely and anxious, and Chloe is always...
It's practically in my pocket. That's why I ain't too anxious to be handing out rides, especially to professionals. Open for...
To find a husband for you. I'm not anxious for Yenta to find me a husband.
Not unless it's Muddle, the tailor. Precision of language.
I mean, anxious.
When he appeared next morning. Were you anxious to protect Madame Grandfoy's reputation?
Yes.
Oh.
Inspired by our efforts, everyone is anxious to help by donating material. We've been fortunate to have this...
Oh, Robin, I wish to God I didn't. All right, if he's that anxious to get out of here, let him doff his fine coat and help us tear...